forward. Yep, you're live.
Good evening, everyone.
Start talking to the mic, sister.
Oh, that's right. It's
Right. She was like,
She
hey.
talking to the floor.
Talking to the mic. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so geek. I'm always geek.
Is it on the roof?
Uh-oh.
This thing?
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not for sure. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sister Circle. We're gonna go ahead and put this bad share game we about to put the share game down on y'all. So go ahead and share with us, please. And I am so sorry for the delay. Yes, blame it on me. I was later than late. I take all the blame. My sister was late. That's what happened. I was late. But we appreciate y'all for turning in and sticking with us. Mr. Bob, I'm here now. You texted me on my way and was like, "Where's the show? Is the show canceled?" Because they be waiting for us, y'all.
Yeah.
They be waiting for us to come in, even though it's Sister Circle. The men is waiting to see what we got to say because I think they trying to learn some things.
Yeah, okay.
Which is perfectly fine.
That's what they got to.
I think they trying to learn, and I'm okay with that.
My cousin used to tell me back a long time ago that he watched me to see what I'm doing and ask me questions so he'll know how to handle his girlfriend.
I know that's right.
Smart man.
So he called me and asked me, "What do you think about this?" Cuz I'd be like, "Why is he asking me all these questions?"
Because he want to know what
he want to know what to say about her.
Right.
And how to handle her. Yeah, he sure did.
I'm gonna do a few housekeeping as we fight the Flyrellas up in here. Shout out to A10 News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world, Mickey Jordan. Make sure you guys tap in on our YouTube page. Don't just watch us, but also subscribe and hit that little bell button so you get all the notifications for all the shows as we come on. Don't forget tonight from 6 to 10. If you're not doing anything, head on down to the Hilton where A10 will also be covering the album release party, Emotions from Rob J. And ladies, what y'all got up?
Whew. Well, got my oil change.
Well, you know what? We always need our oil change, our pipes tuned up, and all of that type of stuff, girl. You know what I'm saying? We have things that we need to, that's a good part of housekeeping too. That announcement,
2-hour oil change.
What?
Almost $100 broke.
Well, that's all right, but you got a good oil change. You got all cleaned out, and everything is running good and smooth.
Everybody say with this heat, you really need to keep an eye on your oil and your temperature gauge.
Yeah,
because you can lock your engine up in this heat.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about a car, girl? I thought you had a date.
No, I wish.
No, I knew you was talking about your car. I'm trying to lighten the mood.
Help her out.
Keep an eye on your temperature gauge in this heat. And make sure your oil is changed and all your juices is flowing in your vehicle.
Hey, well, that could go for either way. In this heat, make sure that everything is changed and your juices is flowing and everything is clean. I'm just saying. She put it out there. Yeah. I'm just helping you out.
Too funny.
And just, a shameless plug to the new beauty supply store out there in Grand Blanc because they do that yoni stuff. You heard of that, Mrs. Audrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, they get you all. You sit on this thing. They told me it was steam, all lavender. I don't know. I'm sensitive.
Okay, well, look, another tidbit is few African tribes. They don't bathe.
What you mean?
They just go in this hot steam room. Kind of how like the yoni thing works. That's how they bathe.
Really? And they just sweat out
everything.
Okay.
All the toxins.
All right, then. Well, look, we learning some stuff on here.
Purification.
Yeah.
Purification.
There's a purification, right? Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I learned that when I went to Nigeria.
Really? Oh, you been to Africa? Yeah. That's so special. I want to go there.
You got to remember though that we use toothbrushes here, but in other places before we started having toothbrushes, they had other ways of cleaning their teeth.
Yeah.
They ate properly.
Mm-hmm.
We don't eat properly. They
Right.
ate apples, they ate things like that. Those things help with cleaning your teeth, so you don't have to worry. That's my watch.
Oh, I'm like, is my phone
What you're
talking to me?
hearing. That's what you hear, my wife. And that's how they clean themselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then you have a lot of things that they, when we were studying Scientology, and don't knock it until you try it.
Okay.
But there's they have a thing that they call the purification rundown, where you go in and you do the steaming and they help you with the pulling out. You have to drink and eat certain foods.
Right.
It pulls all of the toxins out your body, including old medications.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And they can test and see from the sweat what's all in your body.
Hey, you need to get us some of that.
Yes, I mean it's a process. You go to their center and you actually do it. It takes days to do it. It don't just happen in one setting.
Uh-huh.
They can do it. I had a friend that actually did it. I had a couple of friends that did it, and it was some of the things that they forgot that they had even taken in their life, as far as medications and things, was pulled right out of their body through that purification.
Now, that don't mean don't take no showers.
Right.
ladies.
Now we telling you
Take
this
y'all
is
showers.
housekeeping tips. Wash yourselves up now. Don't
I'm-
just steam.
Hey, I miss what was the one comedian name? Simply Marvelous.
Simply wild.
You remember she had the FDS?
Oh, yeah.
F the soap.
Yes.
Nikki, remember that? You remember that joke? Don't
Yeah.
you? She said, "What y'all think FDS stand for? It don't stand for F the soap."
Right. Oh
That
man, I remember going to Cedar Point and standing in line with some people for hours. Lord Jesus, I'd be like, "Mama," and she'd be like, "Be quiet. They don't believe in wearing deodorant." Lord have mercy.
I mean, you can get away with not wearing deodorant if you have the proper diet.
And you bathe every day.
And you bathe.
It's
No,
you just can't.
man.
I know somebody who
Who don't wear
As a matter
deodorant?
of
Yeah.
fact, I won't
I know
say
a few people.
I won't say who it is.
Don't
And
say it's consistent.
no,
I did
won't
drop
say
a
who it is,
name.
but they have been on the podcast before.
They don't wear no deodorant.
Mm-mm.
Man, you need
Their
to give
doctor,
them a
they
bottle
had-
of Tussie.
No, they had an allergic reaction because
Remember that
everybody,
Tussie?
some of the stuff, the ingredients in what we don't know, and that's what we'll talk about real quick.
Yeah.
What we don't know is that there's a lot of toxins in the things that we use. When you go and buy that deodorant off the shelf, do you know that there's aluminum in there, which causes cancer, which causes a lot of things. It causes a lot of dysfunctions in your body.
Yeah.
Me, I don't buy deodorant. I make my own deodorant at home.
Okay. Because I didn't say I ain't never smelt you, so I know you wearing
I
something.
use baking soda, cornstarch to help keep you dry, and it's mixed with a little bit of coconut oil to help it as a base to help get solid oil, and then I put essential oils in it, and that's what I use for my deodorant. And you have to use your finger to apply it, and so what?
That's how they used to do Tussie.
Yeah.
Yep, but I'm not getting that aluminum in my body.
Right.
And a lot of times they're not telling us that the products that we use, especially as women, our feminine care products, a lot of it has aluminum in it. Aluminum also causes dementia, cognitive deficits. And they said what they found that was common in
fighting these flies
that had Alzheimer's and dementia. Once they die, because they can't detect it if it's in your body and your brain until you're dead and gone, and they do an autopsy. But what they found was particles of aluminum in their brains, and so a lot of it come from a lot of the foods that we eat.
They fighting.
I know these flies is bad. The foods that we eat, the pots and pans you cook in, aluminum pots and pans. Stop. Get rid of them today. Buy you some stainless steel. You got to be careful with cast iron. If you're not you got to definitely make sure you season it.
Yeah, you got to season.
And you got to burn it in the oven at a high temperature for I forgot how much time, but look it up and see.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, the cast iron is porous and it holds any bacteria from anything that you cooked in it is in that skillet. So if you're not seasoning it, if you don't know what that means you put oil in the pan, put it in the oven at a very high temperature.
For like 30 minutes.
For like 30 minutes. You got to let it cool off, of course, before you take it out the oven. And then that way you burning out the bacterias and anything from anything you cook. I know we used to like to fry chicken in this cast iron skillet and make the cornbread and all that stuff in that skillet. But make sure that you're doing that so that way you can.
Well, some of our grandparents taught us how to season.
how to
it.
season. But as the generations went on,
I ain't got nothing
we
on this
got
conversation.
lazy.
Yep, we don't
We got
teach.
very lazy, and we
Sure
don't do
did.
that.
I got a glass top. Can't use no cast iron. Sorry.
Yep.
So what's been going on this week, ladies?
Oh, this week, child.
Oh,
we done had a lot of
Look
stuff
at the
going on this
faces.
week. I mean, it's just been. Well, I found out today something that really broke my heart. Flint is broke.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So it was an article that came out, and that was the title. It said Flint is broke. So again, yep, they said after city officials said that we wasn't gonna be broke, we broke. Shouts out to Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter, because she was the only one that actually answered the question that I asked, and she answered it with sincerity and truth. I said, "Do you think we're gonna head back to state receivership?" And she said, "We on our way."
Well, I think that was the goal for this administration.
Then, and we're not. A city is not the only ones. You'd be surprised at how many businesses around here is. Right now, I can't talk about it, but there's other entities around here. As time go along, you'll see.
It seemed like the business is doing pretty good. I seen where the losers really finished first around here in Flint. That was that girl Emily Dorr
Yes,
that lost the Flint Board of Education. She landed her a 6-figure salary job
Yep.
down there at the city of Flint, and then she also has a new business that just opened up quickly. I thought it was a process, but hers must have got expedited.
Meanwhile,
Allegedly.
Meanwhile, Mo Peace building collapsed.
No, that wasn't Mo Peace
Right
building.
Nah.
Nah. See, that was the narrative that the city was trying to play on us.
So what building collapsed? The back of the pipe shop?
I don't know, but it wasn't Mo Pete's. See, these other people said that they was selling it to Mo Pete land contract. Now land contract. If you default, it go back to the person. Yeah. Well, he never made a payment at all.
Oh.
So, and when the city actually filed that injunction in June, they filed it against them original owners. They just put it out there saying
like
Mo
it was
Pete's.
his.
It ain't Mo Pete's. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well, we
learned something.
The building that's downtown.
Yeah, the Mama Soul and the little I was gonna say Little Caesars, the Little Miss Flint, where she had that painting on it. Yeah, it then collapsed and stuff.
Well,
what else you got going on?
Watching these politics. It's exhausting. I mean, Monday was a roller coaster ride.
Monday was good.
Yeah.
Eric did good.
It was definitely
you all have to support. That's just we gonna cut through the butter.
She like, look, I'm not here for all of this.
Those recalls, because the same people who are supporting those recalls, who are getting recalled, want to try to get Eric censored and out of city council.
Now that to me is
hypocritical.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait a minute. You just said the same people that's supporting the recall.
The same people that's getting recalled.
Oh, okay. The same people that's getting recalled is the ones that want to censor Eric. Yeah, because they feel like what? It's his fault they get recalled.
They need to censor themselves.
Absolutely. Is your mic plugged in? Oh.
Going back to the budget. Mm-hmm.
Like y'all just said, Eric is one vote, Tanya's one vote, Jerry with the
yeah.
You need 6 votes, 5 to 6 votes to push the budget.
Majority.
Yes, the majority.
Now, with this article just came out, this damn article saying for the last 3 years.
3 years. 3 years. 3 years.
Been going in deficit.
Yes. That's what Eric kept saying.
It's a bunch of BS. It's smoke and mirrors.
But the same thing is Flint Strong being on the water tower.
Wasn't that cute? I thought somebody had did a Photoshop of that, and I drove by there today, and it do say Flint Strong. Yes.
The residents is resilient. However, the leadership and administration has failed the people.
I mean, but that we know.
And I want to put this out there too. For all of those people say the city moving forward and the last administration was stealing, all of that. How was it that the last administration, the Weaver administration, left us, if you know anything about adding and subtracting, left us in the black.
Right.
Meaning we had money
Good money
in the bank. Now, this new administration comes in, and in the first month said we were $20 million they found. And
yeah, he said he found 20 million. I was geeked. I was like,
oh,
shit, where you
wow.
finding that in the
You
drawer?
know.
Where was the $20 million?
So we done went from he said he found 20 million to now we in the red.
Right.
You know what red means? That means
We broke.
we broke.
Art say.
Did you know that when you click on that link now for that $20 million, it's gone? I clicked on it the other day. Yeah, it was one Thursday in the McKenzie room. Yep.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be.
I didn't hear anything. I don't know what he's talking about. If you want to fill us in, the answers to what? I do know. I talked to her.
She actually was there, huh?
Oh,
she did show up.
But what happened? So I talked to only thing I do know about yeah.
We might not see it then.
You gotta pay for it on YouTube to see it.
We might
Paul
not see
chilling
it.
right now. I don't think he ain't charging no more. But I talked to an ethics and accountability board member who said that they're not. I said, well, what happened? Did the mayor show up? And they was like, no. I said, well, y'all gonna subpoena them now? And they said no, they don't have to, because since the lawsuit has been filed, it's out of their hands. I said, boy, didn't I tell y'all they put Trishelle on there? She playing a hell of defense, man. Go team.
So they filed already?
Since Tanya and Eric filed that lawsuit against the city talking about that ARPA meeting, the Ethics and Accountability Board said, oh, it's out of our hands now.
Oh, wow. Wow.
She said we were at fault for them not passing the budget on time.
Who was we?
Who is we?
I don't know. Who she told? Who is the we?
Ethics and Accountability? Yeah.
She said we were at fault for them not passing the budget on time.
They should have been. I don't know, but they should have been good with passing the budget on time. They didn't ask no damn questions.
I would say that's irrelevant because they didn't ask no vetting.
No questions, and I
thought
they
went through.
Pass the budget. It just wasn't balanced, as they try to make
whatever
us to
comes
believe.
to them, they just rubber stamp it.
Eric said last year that they was in the hole. This year, we don't know how deep the hole is because nobody asked any questions, and I think then they put them out.
Yeah.
So we really don't know what's going on, but whoever that paper is, I'm telling you, like, it was so weird. My big sister, Christine Brown, shouts out to Christine. She called me this morning and she was like, little sister, have you seen that article? And I was like, no. And it was strange because I went on Flint Politics. Nobody had posted it or anything. And I seen it and I was like, well, why ain't nobody posted this about Flint being broke?
Well,
it make you wonder who working for who.
Yeah, and this is the question I have to the residents that support this administration. I just explained to you we in the red. And not only that, how can you support an administration? How can you support an administration that doesn't want to share the wealth? Well, not even share the wealth. It's our money. Our money is residents' money, not municipalities' money and organizations' money.
But Judy said it wasn't your money. Judy said, and I quote, that money came to us. And we was like, us. Was you there that meeting?
I was there.
And she said, us meaning the government.
Not true, Judy. We can read.
Judy said that ain't y'all money. That's their money. So, it came to the government.
Keep supporting this administration and getting nothing.
Oh, and thank you to all them YouTube viewers. Listen, I see the numbers combined up there.
The other thing I want to discuss is
what you want to talk about, Gina?
Does Hamady have a school board? Do they meet?
I don't know.
Because I would love to go to that meeting to discuss one of their employees.
Oh.
And her behavior.
Oh.
Because I feel just like, even with my mom being a cop, she still had a responsibility on the clock or off the clock.
Your mama was the police?
Yeah, my mom worked.
I didn't know that.
She worked for Joe Wilson.
With the police.
She retired from the sheriff's department. Yeah, one of them police kids.
Okay. Watch what I say.
So you know.
Right.
But she had a responsibility, even when she was off duty, to uphold her whatever they swore in and said.
Right.
Just like a doctor, teacher, a counselor. So I would love to know what the board and that principal, I think I know the principal out there. I think she went to school with me, or how they feel about this employee and her actions when she's not in the classroom, but on a national, worldwide stage, because the world is watching.
Absolutely.
It's not just Flint watching. And how they feel about her actions. I would really like to address that board.
They got the Westwood Heights got a board. Remember, the teacher had did something, and Trishelle was representing the family or something. Trishelle Young.
Oh, I don't remember that story.
And she was out there talking to the board,
Sure
and
did.
she told them, "You haven't come up with it." I remember seeing her make a stand and say, "You still have not answered us. I'm gonna give you to next week to give us an answer," because they was ready to file a junction against that school district because it was some kind of comment, a racial comment or something was made from one of their teachers toward a student.
Yes.
It was somebody.
Thanks, Philip. I see the link.
It was. Maybe it was a principal.
Yeah, it was some pedophile-ish.
Right. Oh, yeah. And so I'm just gonna call him out. Jesse Coleman is that he works at Moons. Is definitely, I think, the board president out there.
Oh,
he was at that
for
time.
real?
Well, let's look into that.
Brothers over there.
Let's look into that. And for those of you guys that don't know, Councilman Mays is the president of the Flint chapter of the National Action Network. Go sign up, become a member.
Where do you do that
at? He's riding around with them.
Okay. I didn't know if he had like a website.
But I think they're getting him an office here.
Okay.
But he has them. So if you see him or you want one, you might want to send him a text. Don't inbox him because he don't do that. He don't do that. And he barely read the text. He barely read the text. But we ought to know that he rides around with his office in his car.
We're gonna have to bring us some up here, Gina.
What was it?
Yeah.
Have a point place.
His answer when they said something about him doing TikTok, he said,
he don't know nothing about it. He is no.
So his recall
failed
again. Failed, but Dennis's recall went through.
Shout out to Jolena, my water warrior sister. We put that language together and turned
JoJo.
Yes.
JoJo.
Okay then, JoJo. Okay.
I can't read. Thank you.
Principal said he couldn't wait until the young black girl get older so he could watch her. Hey, I fought the board and they wouldn't do anything.
Wow.
So we'll try to get up there and do something. Gina, speak to them, speak to their board. We'll plan something for that.
What we need to do is all show up.
Yes. I'm gonna get a copy of their handbook.
Okay. Philip Lee put a link in the chat for us. He was like, "Here you go, sisters."
Oh, thank you. Oh, there's JoJo. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, JoJo.
Hey,
you was just
JoJo,
getting a
JoJo,
shout out for everything, JoJo.
Even though you say you don't know about coming over here, we might need you to come on, Joe. Even if it's for 15 minutes.
She's shy.
You know what? As boisterous
she's so
as
smart.
she is on Facebook, when I had seen her, and I was like, you know what? You need to come visit the sister circle. Let me think about it.
She's very shy.
I've seen her cut up on somebody.
Have you?
JoJo.
So she got it. She got it in her.
Yeah, she got it.
Okay.
I remember when that one person was here harassing us.
Oh yeah, I remember that little guy, Sir Major Charles, Charles.
Sir
Major, the blues singer.
Sir Major.
Sir Page. Yeah, that's his name. Sir Major Page.
Mr. Translucent.
He's about to go to jail for doing stuff he ain't had no business doing at the University of Toledo.
Did they, Tony? They done picked up Carly. She out on bond now. She knows she went to see a man about a dog.
Carly need to get picked up.
But you know what?
Carly need to go sit down for about 90 days.
How y'all feel that
And pay
that
a really,
make us,
really high restitution.
how does that make us look at as black women when we cry like something happened to us and it didn't happen?
Well, it's not even that. You know, when our kids come up missing, we don't get the CNNs and the MSNBCs.
Right.
You
Or
know,
the Amber Alerts.
Or the Amber Alerts.
Right.
So for the first time, I'm like, wow, they actually trying to find this sister. Well, then when I kind of looked at it, it's because she said she saw a white baby in the middle of the street. So really, they trying to find her so they can get to this white baby.
Okay.
They ain't really caring about her.
Okay, it's the baby.
It's the baby. They want to know where this little white baby you saw on the street.
Okay.
So, you know, it really puts another black eye on the community because we're not going to get no Amber Alerts for real now.
Right.
Because everything going to be, well, look what happened when we went out there.
Right. That's
Carly.
That's what I'm saying. Carly, that's what they always gonna throw up. Like they did a.
But I ain't throwing her under the bus because that's what they want us to do. Don't throw her under the bus. She might be wrong, but let us handle her in our community. Get them white folks up out our business.
Well, yeah, she need to
get them out of our
her
business.
mama need to put her on punishment.
They the one went on TV with it now. You know you got that relative that you need. I said it, and I hope I
your
wasn't
mama tell you got to clean up until the next report card come out.
They know how Carly is. They should have waited a couple days before they went out there.
She was down the street at the Red Roof.
Not trying to be funny or disrespectful, but that's how they do us.
But they ran to the TV.
They ran to the TV.
You know, Carly here. Carly was just. We just gonna pray for Carly. We're gonna pray for that.
My daughter told me it's a challenge.
What,
it's a YouTube challenge. Yeah.
See how many babies you can
find
on the side of the road?
Swamp to see how many police you can get out at one time.
Oh, well, that ain't gonna work here in Flint. Don't y'all try that here in Flint.
Yeah, it's a
Don't
YouTube
try
challenge.
it. Don't try it because we ain't got that many.
Because an 11-year-old got arrested today for doing it.
I remember when I lived in Cincinnati and I came to Flint to visit. My daughter was living back here, and I was right down the street, and she punched me in the shoulder. I said, "What you punched me for?" She said, "We punch every time we see a police because we don't see them too often."
Oh my goodness!
No joke. Yes, she punched me in the shoulder. I said, "Y'all do what?" She said, "We don't see Flint City police too often, so I'm a punch every time I see a car."
I mean, that's the truth, though.
And that was back about a little more than 10 years ago. And I was like, that was a challenge that they had.
That's
like how we say slug bug.
Yeah.
How we say
Captain Bubblegum and all that.
Yeah, like
pineapples.
Like my friend and her daughter played when they see a Tesla, they was hollering something.
That's my
with
car.
each other. That's what they instead of saying that's their car. When they see one, they was calling them. So she punched me when she seen a police officer.
So how y'all feel about the 7th ward appointment?
I knew that was happening. I mean, that wasn't no surprise.
That was a no-brainer.
I mean, especially when we was there Monday and we seen that she wasn't
there. But the conflict of interest is going to be real.
What conflict of interest?
Because Eric helped her when she was running against Cynthia Neely for state rep. Literally was like in the car with her helping her campaign. So this is going to be an interesting dynamic.
Well, was he helping Candace or Candy?
She didn't have the red lipstick on.
Okay, so it must have been Candace.
I helped her too.
I'm just saying. I can't wait to see.
I helped her too.
So I'm gonna ask this one. What was the story of why Neely fired her from when she was working for him at the state? Why did he fire her?
Yeah, probably because she cussed him out all the time.
I heard that she wasn't fired. That was just a story that was put out there to make it look good for him. She quit. She was doing all the work.
She was the staffer.
She was doing literally all the work. And this comes from folks, some Detroit folks that's in Lansing. That basically the people in the Capitol would go to her before they would go to him. And he started feeling some type of way. And it just became a
conflict?
Yeah.
So she quit because
she was making basically what they make at city council. They don't make a lot, those staffers. And doing all the work.
So she quit because she was doing all of the work, not because she had been off, she was ill.
But she had brain surgery. I mean, That's no secret. She talks about that.
Yeah, and when she came back is when she left.
He got basically in his feelings that people at the Capitol liked her more than they liked him.
So she quit.
That makes
She
sense.
asked for
Now,
a
that makes
raise.
sense.
She asked him for
That'll
a
do
raise.
it.
Yeah.
That'll do it. He out of there. He's very cheap.
And he said no, and she said, okay, I'll quit.
Well, from what I hear from folks, a lot of people in Lansing don't like him. Because he didn't do the work.
Because she don't be there that much. State rep race is what, next year?
Yes.
That'll be an interesting race.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that. Will she survive next year? I mean, it depends on if we get out and vote. If we get out and still voting for friends and family and name recognition.
As community grassroots activists.
Well, her husband may have messed up a whole lot.
It's simple. We can just pull up what she's voted for.
Right, but we did that before. When she
and we can see what she's doing.
A lot of people didn't get all of that.
They still ain't gonna get it.
They didn't get it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, as the Black community, I said last year, January 2022, they knew recall season was coming up in November. They should have been working last January preparing the people.
Yes.
That who was gonna take this transition. So I say now, they should, whoever's supposed to be running for state rep, don't be scared. True. And you should come out now and prepare your people.
True.
Like, get a head start. Yeah, if not, you're gonna wait till the last minute and everybody gonna hear nearly again.
Yeah, you gotta be proactive.
I blame us.
Well, one of my suggestions for the recall is one of your members put an interesting post up a couple weeks ago.
My church members.
I don't remember exactly who it was.
Members.
From on A10.
Oh,
they had basically put Eva's voting record on council, where she voted down, and everything that she voted down on was in the black community. Anything that would benefit us. Happy. Whoever out there put that post up, can you send it to Wyntis? Because
put it back on the Flint Politics Reboot.
It was amazing. I'm mad I didn't take a screenshot of it. Right. But I think that's something when folks are out doing this recall, just take their voting record. If you get to a door and somebody like, and you say, well, look, this why you ain't got no new windows. This why you ain't got no street lights. They all shot out. This why you got that big hole in front of your house. Right. Because your person voted against it every time. Why we only got 6 police officers? Right. Eric get put out of meeting when he screamed for more money. Right. He basically had to pull Chief Green teeth out. Yeah. To say, Tanya, do you need 300,000? Do you need 400,000?
And then they came back. He was like, last week y'all said y'all could make it buy for 400,000. Now y'all need 45,000. Which one is it?
Which one is it?
I don't know what's wrong with.
I think the administration got the department heads so afraid to do their jobs and be the best that they can be, and we suffering from it.
You know what makes me mad, and I want both of y'all's take on this. Where are our community again? How many times do I sit down and say it? Because I'm not no leader, no role model. I'm no boots on the ground. I don't claim or profess to be none of that. Where are the community leaders at? They should be out here like recall parties, recall everything. It's like they silent. Do y'all really want these people out of office, or y'all just acting like it for likes and views?
One person inboxed me. One. And I put it out there. I'm willing to go 12 to 4, 4 to 8, whatever you want. I'm willing to pick you up, provide you with cold water, even a lunch. One person inboxed me to help me on the recall. Shout out to Stephen Barber.
And see, that makes me wonder. Are people just talking?
So I don't know if it's the heat or what. I don't know, some of us don't want to come outside when it's over 80, but everybody talking, but ain't nobody doing that.
I had a call yesterday, and I actually said, because I was last minute, I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
No, it's got to be planned.
It's got to be planned. After working 10 hours, it's got to be planned. So I did tell them that I will go out with them tomorrow. Got another call today. I didn't return the call yet, but I will. But I did get a call yesterday to go.
Yeah, and
and we will be over in the second ward collecting. So if we knock on your door, I'll put it to you like this. I got somebody to call me and said that they know several people in the second ward that want to sign. They just want to know where they can go. They're gonna give me some addresses of people to go to their houses to collect their signatures. If you watching and you know somebody
yes,
that lives in the second,
or the
fourth, the ninth, now the eighth ward, if you know somebody live in any of those wards, inbox us their email, me, Gina, or somebody else that you know that'll be out collecting signatures. Inbox us their address if they want us to come to them,
or phone number,
and we can make arrangements to go and pick up their signatures. If they know other people, we'll get theirs too. We'll come to them.
Pull up.
But we're looking for them to do it, and we will be having some stuff that will be going, and I'll talk about that before we shut down.
And
at least we got 2 minutes.
Yeah, he said I want to put it out there. Anybody out there that is familiar with the Regencies, I really want to take a team out in the Regencies. I'm not from the South Side. I understand hood politics. You just don't show up. So anybody willing
I'm
to
not scared. We can show up.
Go with me? Let's go.
With
Okay, because I ain't going by myself.
I'll go. We get one other person to go, and it's about I'll go and just ask them if they interested. Do they know why we're taking it or whatever we got to do, and answer some questions.
And we need to put a question out there too about registering to vote. Maybe you can ask the
people. We need to find out if say hypothetically if we got voter registration. I walk up to Gina and say, "Can you sign this? Are you registered to vote?" She said no. Then she fill out the paperwork right there. Can she be considered? But I think or we do it online. Is considered faster than doing the paperwork because you got to go turn that paperwork in
every day.
We help them to register online at that moment. Are they considered registered, and can sign the petition, or do they need to wait a couple of days?
Because I'm thinking same day voter registration means they should be able to sign.
Should be able to sign
as long as we turn it in the following day.
Right. Exactly. Right. So what I wanted to say is this, just for me myself, over on my street, every Thursday, I'm finna have what we call Thursdays
Fun day
on the lane.
What time?
From 6 to 8 for the rest of the month of August. So next
now,
Thursday,
why you gonna have it doing my show?
That is doing afterwards.
Okay.
Afterwards, because we're gonna have time. So next Thursday, what I'm gonna be doing is some disaster preparedness. I don't know if you all heard. The lady in Detroit lost her whole house and her food truck that she was trying to get ready.
I saw that.
And then there was a neighbor of hers that lost the whole side of their house.
Yeah,
like the side was gone, not the siding. The side was gone. You can see in the house. There's disasters coming up on us. We know there's tornadoes. There's been storms. You lose power. Can you even cook and fix food without power? Yes, you can. Do you all have flashlights in your house with batteries and candles? So we're going to be doing some little small talking about disaster preparedness. I'm going to give you all a list. We're going to be reviewing some of that stuff. I will put it up. Hopefully, the plan is if I could get my daughter to help me out.
Oh, shout out to your daughter. I got my confirmation email for Kennedy to start her program.
Good. Hopefully, I get my daughter, or maybe even my 2-year-old, because she know how to steal people's cameras and work at Miss Too Sweet.
Yes. That's my baby.
Too Sweet can. And look, Wyntis, now she doing this.
She gonna jump at you. She learned that from
at you like she gonna buck at somebody. But anyway, I'm gonna get them. We'll probably put some of it Facebook Live.
Okay.
The plan is the holiday weekend in September. I'm trying to plan a block party.
Okay.
For my whole cul-de-sac over there.
Okay.
Off of McClellan.
All right.
I'm trying to get everybody.
We got to wrap up. He said we got to go. So
listen,
y'all.
We'll be giving
we
y'all
gotta
more,
go.
We'll be giving y'all more information.
Yes.
Just letting y'all know. But next Thursday, I'll be putting the flyers and stuff up online.
And don't forget tonight, if you're not doing anything from 6 to 10, 8:10 will be down at the Rob J listening party at the Hilton. And don't forget to check out Tanya Burns tomorrow. I can't wait
what
to
else
hear
is
what
going
she
on
got to
tomorrow?
say at
Is
10
any
a.m.
festivities going on? Any positive things going on in Flint tomorrow?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Man, that's not good.
Okay, we gotta go.